Hello, welcome to Midnight Drift Stories. Today's bedtime story is The Enchanted Forest of Endless Dreams. Take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin. Welcome, dear traveler. Tonight, the world feels quieter than usual. The day has slowly faded behind distant hills, and above you, a sky full of stars stretches endlessly into the darkness. The moon hangs low and bright, bathing the land in a soft silver glow. You stand at the edge of an ancient forest. No maps mention this place. No roads lead here. And yet, somehow, it feels familiar, as though you have visited before, perhaps in a forgotten dream long ago. A narrow path winds between tall trees whose branches sway gently in the evening breeze. Their leaves shimmer faintly under the moonlight, creating patterns of silver and shadow across the ground. For a moment, you pause. The forest is peaceful. There are no sounds of traffic, no ringing phones, no urgent messages. Only the gentle rustling of leaves and the distant song of a night bird. Taking a slow breath, you step forward. The path beneath your feet is soft with moss. Each step feels light and effortless. As you walk, the worries of the day begin to fade. The conversations, the responsibilities, the endless list of things that seemed important only a few hours ago. All of them drift farther away with every step. Soon, there is only the forest, only the moonlight, only the quiet rhythm of your breathing. The trees grow taller as you continue deeper into the woods. Some are so large that their trunks would take several people to wrap their arms around them. Their bark is ancient and smooth, marked by the passage of countless seasons. You wonder how many stories these trees have witnessed. How many travelers have walked this path before you? How many dreams have passed beneath their branches? The air smells fresh and clean. Hints of pine mingle with the scent of wild flowers hidden among the undergrowth. A cool breeze brushes against your face. It carries a feeling of calmness, of safety, of belonging. Ahead, a small clearing appears. Moonlight spills across the grass like liquid silver. In the center of the clearing stands a stone bench. It looks old, yet perfectly preserved, as though someone placed it there only yesterday. You sit down for a moment. The stone feels pleasantly cool. Above you, the stars shine brighter than you have ever seen. Thousands upon thousands of tiny lights, each one distant, each one mysterious. And yet together, they create a feeling of comfort, a reminder that the universe is far larger than any worry you carry. You close your eyes briefly and listen. The forest hums softly around you, not with noise, but with life. Gentle life, peaceful life, the kind of quiet that allows your mind to rest. After a while, you rise and continue along the path. Not far ahead, something catches your attention. A small, golden light. Then another, and another. At first, you think they are stars shining through the branches, but these lights move, slowly, gracefully, like tiny lanterns floating through the air. Fireflies, hundreds of them, perhaps thousands. They drift between the trees, creating rivers of golden light. The sight is breathtaking. One firefly circles gently around you. Its glow is warm and soft, not bright enough to disturb the darkness, just enough to make it feel welcoming. Soon, more fireflies gather. They seem curious, friendly, almost as though they wish to guide you somewhere. You smile and follow them. The path begins to curve gently through the forest. The fireflies float ahead, lighting the way. Everything feels calm. Everything feels safe. Time itself seems to slow down. Minutes pass, or perhaps hours. In this magical forest, it is impossible to tell. Eventually, the trees begin to thin. Ahead, you hear the faint sound of flowing water, a stream. The fireflies gather near its edge. Moonlight dances across the surface of the water, creating countless sparkling reflections. The stream moves slowly, peacefully. Its gentle sound feels like a lullaby. You kneel beside the water. Looking into it, you see not only your reflection, but also the stars above. For a moment, it feels as though the sky exists both above and below you. A world of dreams mirrored in silver light. The stream continues its quiet journey through the forest, and as you watch it flow, a feeling of deep relaxation settles over you. Your shoulders loosen, your breathing slows, your thoughts become lighter. The night grows softer, the forest grows quieter, and somewhere ahead, beyond the moonlit stream, a new adventure waits, one that will lead you deeper into the enchanted forest of endless dreams. The gentle stream continued to flow beside you, carrying silver reflections of the moon across its surface. For a while, you remained there, quietly watching the water. There was no need to hurry, no destination demanding your attention, only the peaceful forest around you and the comforting rhythm of the night. A cool breeze drifted through the trees. The leaves whispered softly overhead, and all around you, the golden fireflies floated through the darkness like tiny stars that had wandered down from the sky. One by one, they gathered near the stream. Their warm light reflected in the water, creating hundreds of shimmering points of gold. The sight was beautiful, almost magical. You slowly stood and looked around. The fireflies seemed unusually active now. They moved together in gentle patterns, circling and drifting through the air. At first, it seemed random, but after a few moments, you noticed something surprising. They were forming a path, a glowing trail, a river of golden light leading deeper into the forest. The fireflies paused, hovering quietly as if waiting for you. You smiled, and with a calm step, you followed. The glowing trail wound between ancient trees whose branches stretched high into the moonlit sky. The deeper you traveled, the quieter the forest became. Even the breeze seemed softer here. The air felt warmer, gentler, almost as though the forest itself wish to welcome you. The fireflies guided you through narrow pathways lined with soft moss and tiny blue flowers. Each flower glowed faintly in the darkness. Together with the fireflies, they created a dreamlike landscape, unlike anything you had ever seen. After some time, the path opened into a wide meadow. You stopped in wonder. The meadow stretched as far as you could see. Thousands upon thousands of golden fireflies floated above the tall grass. They moved slowly and gracefully like dancers following music only they could hear. The entire meadow glowed with warm golden light. It felt as though you had stepped inside a dream. You walked forward carefully. The grass brushed softly against your feet. The air carried the sweet scent of wildflowers. Above, the stars sparkled peacefully, and everywhere around you, tiny lights drifted through the night. Near the center of the meadow stood a great oak tree. Its trunk was enormous. Its branches spread wide across the sky. The tree looked older than anything else in the forest, perhaps older than the forest itself. The fireflies gathered around it. Curious, you approached. As you reached the tree, something unexpected happened. One of the fireflies landed gently on a low branch, then another and another. Soon, hundreds of them rested among the leaves. Their combined light illuminated the entire tree. Golden light flowed across the bark. The leaves shimmered softly, and suddenly, tiny carvings became visible upon the trunk. You stepped closer. The carvings showed scenes from long ago. Travelers walking beneath the stars, children playing beside rivers, animals resting peacefully in moonlit fields. Each image seemed filled with warmth and kindness. The tree felt alive with memories, not sad memories, not heavy memories, but gentle moments, simple moments, the kinds of moments that often become the most precious. You ran your hand softly across the bark. It felt warm, comforting, as though the tree carried countless stories within it. For a few minutes, you sat beneath its branches. The fireflies floated quietly overhead. The grass swayed gently around you, and a deep sense of peace settled over everything. The night seemed endless here, not in a lonely way, but in a comforting way, as if there would always be enough time, enough quiet, enough stillness. As you rested, you noticed a particularly bright firefly hovering nearby. Its glow was stronger than the others, yet it remained soft and soothing. The little firefly drifted closer, then closer still, until it hovered only a few inches from your face. Its golden light reflected gently in your eyes. For a moment it seemed to study you. Then it slowly turned and flew away. A few seconds later, it returned. Again it flew away, and again it came back, almost as though it wished for you to follow. You stood. The bright firefly immediately floated forward, its light moving steadily through the meadow. Curious, you followed once more. The journey carried you toward the far edge of the meadow. The golden lights around you gradually became fewer. The great oak tree faded into the distance. Soon you reached a small hill covered in silver grass. At the top of the hill stood a stone archway. It was unlike anything you had seen before. Ancient yet beautiful, its surface was covered with vines and tiny white flowers. Moonlight shone across the stone, giving it a soft glow. The bright firefly hovered near the archway, waiting. You walked close. The air felt different here, calmer, almost magical. Beyond the archway, another path disappeared into the forest, a path you had not noticed before, a hidden path, a secret path. The bright firefly floated beneath the arch and paused. Then it turned toward you one final time. Its glow flickered gently, almost like a friendly smile. You smiled back. For some reason, you felt completely safe, completely at peace. There was no fear, only curiosity, only wonder, only the quiet excitement of discovering something new. You stepped beneath the stone archway. The moment you crossed through, a gentle warmth spread through your body. The forest beyond seemed even more peaceful than before. The trees stood taller. The moonlight appeared brighter, and somewhere in the distance, you could hear the faint sound of flowing water once again. Another river, perhaps, or perhaps something even more magical. The bright firefly rose into the air, slowly, gracefully, and then joined the countless golden lights dancing among the stars above. For a few moments, you watched it disappear. Then you continued forward. The hidden path stretched ahead beneath the moonlight, and somewhere beyond the trees, the next chapter of your journey through the enchanted forest of endless dreams was waiting. The night remained calm, the forest remained welcoming, and with every step, you felt yourself becoming lighter, more peaceful, more relaxed, as though the forest was gently carrying every worry away, leaving only stillness, leaving only comfort, leaving only dreams. Beyond the stone archway, the hidden path continued beneath a canopy of silver leaves. The forest felt different here, not darker, not brighter, simply quieter, the kind of quiet that settles gently around you, like a soft blanket on a cool evening. You walked slowly along the winding trail. The moss beneath your feet felt softer than before. The air carried the fresh scent of pine, wildflowers, and distant rain, though no clouds could be seen above. The moon followed your journey through small openings in the branches. Its pale light spilled across the path, guiding you forward. As you continued deeper into the forest, the sound of flowing water became clearer. At first, it was only a whisper, a faint melody carried by the breeze. But with each step, it grew stronger, closer. Soon the trees began to thin, and there, beyond the final row of ancient trunks, you found the source. A river, but not an ordinary river. This river shimmered like liquid moonlight. Its waters glowed softly silver beneath the stars. Every ripple reflected hundreds of tiny lights. The entire surface seemed alive with gentle movement. You stopped for a moment, simply watching. The river moved slowly, gracefully, without hurry, without effort. as though it had been flowing peacefully for thousands of years. A narrow wooden bridge crossed the water nearby. Its railings were covered with vines and tiny white flowers that glowed faintly in the night. The bridge looked old, yet strong, built with care, built to last. You stepped onto the first wooden plank. It creaked softly beneath your feet. The sound was comforting, familiar. The river flowed quietly below. Its gentle song filled the air. Halfway across the bridge, you paused. The water beneath you seemed unusually clear. Looking down, you expected to see only your reflection. But instead, something remarkable happened. The river showed images, gentle memories drifting across the surface like floating clouds. You saw peaceful landscapes, golden fields beneath summer skies, small cottages with glowing windows, children laughing beside streams, birds soaring above endless valleys. The images appeared for only a moment before slowly fading away. Then new images replaced them, each one calm, each one beautiful, each one carrying a feeling of peace. The river seemed to hold memories, not specific memories belonging to any one person, but memories of simple happiness, of quiet moments, of peaceful days. You watched for a while. There was something comforting about these reflections, a reminder that life was filled with countless small moments worth cherishing. The warmth of sunlight on a cool morning, the sound of rain against a window, a quiet walk beneath the stars, a gentle breeze through the trees. Moments often forgotten, yet deeply meaningful. Eventually, you continued across the bridge. On the far side stood a small stone path that followed the riverbank. Curious, you decided to explore further. The river remained beside you as you walked. Its silver glow illuminated the landscape. Every now and then, small fish leaped briefly from the water. Their scales sparkled like tiny diamonds before disappearing beneath the surface once again. Nearby, reeds swayed gently in the breeze. Dragonflies with translucent wings drifted above the water. Everything felt peaceful, balanced, as though nature itself was resting. After some time, you noticed a bench positioned beside the river. It rested beneath a willow tree whose long branches touched the surface of the water. The willow's leaves moved softly in the breeze, creating a soothing, whispering sound. You sat upon the bench. The wood felt smooth and warm. The river continued its endless journey, and for the first time in what felt like forever, there was absolutely nothing demanding your attention. No plans, no deadlines, no worries. Only the present moment, only the sound of flowing water, only the peaceful forest around you. You closed your eyes briefly and listened. The river's voice was gentle, almost like a lullaby. Its rhythm matched your breathing, slow, steady, calm. Each breath felt deeper. Each exhale carried away another layer of tension. Your shoulders relaxed, your thoughts slowed. Even time itself seemed to soften. Minutes drifted past like clouds, or perhaps much longer. It was impossible to tell. When you opened your eyes again, The moon had climbed higher into the sky. Its reflection stretched across the river like a path of silver light, and something caught your attention. Far downstream, a faint glow shimmered between the trees. It wasn't the glow of fireflies, nor was it moonlight. This light was different, gentle blue, soft and inviting. Curiosity stirred within you. You stood from the bench and followed the river once more. The glow remained ahead, always visible, always just beyond the next bend. The journey felt peaceful. The forest remained silent, except for the river's soothing song. The blue lights slowly grew brighter. Soon you rounded another bend in the river, and there, before you, stood something extraordinary. A field of crystal flowers, thousands of them. Each flower glowed with soft blue light. Their petals sparkled like precious gemstones beneath the moon. The field stretched across the riverbank as far as you could see. The sight was breathtaking. Every flower moved gently in the breeze, creating waves of shimmering blue light. The entire landscape looked like a dream. You stepped closer. The flowers seemed delicate, yet strong. Their petals reflected tiny rainbows whenever the moonlight touched them. The air smelled sweet and fresh, like spring mornings and distant meadows. The peaceful glow surrounded you, and somehow you felt even calmer than before. The forest seemed to be guiding you deeper into its hidden wonders, one gentle discovery after another, one peaceful moment after another. And as you stood among the crystal flowers beside the river of quiet reflections, you realized something important. This journey was not about reaching a destination. It was not about finding treasure or solving mysteries or completing some grand adventure. It was about experiencing peace, experiencing wonder, experiencing the simple beauty that often goes unnoticed. The river flowed beside you. The crystal flowers shimmered softly. The stars watched from above, and the night embraced the world in perfect stillness. Somewhere ahead, another hidden path awaited, another chapter of dreams, another peaceful discovery within the enchanted forest of endless dreams. But for now, there was only this moment, this quiet river, this moonlit field, and the comforting knowledge that the journey would continue when you were ready. The crystal flowers continued to glow softly beside the river. Their pale blue light danced across the landscape like tiny stars resting upon the earth. For a long while, you stood quietly among them. The night felt peaceful, the air felt calm, and the gentle flow of the river of quiet reflections continued beside you like a soothing melody. Eventually, you noticed a narrow trail leading away from the riverbank. The path wound between clusters of crystal flowers before disappearing into the forest beyond. Curious, you followed. The ground beneath your feet felt soft and welcoming. Moonlight filtered through the branches above, creating patterns of silver and shadow that moved gently with the breeze. The deeper you traveled, the more tranquil the forest became. The trees here were unlike any you had seen before. Their trunks were pale silver. Their leaves shimmered softly as though touched by starlight. Whenever the wind passed through them, they created a delicate sound. Not quite music, not quite whispering, but something beautifully in between. The sound seemed to settle gently within your mind, calming every thought, easing every worry. The path continued uphill for a while. The climb was gentle, effortless. Soon you reached the top of a low ridge, and there, before you, stretched one of the most beautiful sights you had ever seen. A vast meadow, bathed in moonlight. The grass swayed softly like waves upon a quiet sea. Silver wildflowers covered the landscape. Their petals sparkled beneath the stars. Everything glowed with a peaceful radiance. The meadow felt untouched, pure, sacred, as though time itself moved differently here. You stepped carefully into the field. The grass brushed softly against your legs. A cool breeze drifted across the open landscape, carrying the scent of fresh earth and blooming flowers. Then you noticed them. Near the center of the meadow rested a group of deer, dozens of them, perhaps even more. They lay peacefully among the tall grass, sleeping beneath the stars. Their golden brown fur shimmered softly in the moonlight. Some rested beneath clusters of wildflowers. Others slept beside smooth white stones scattered throughout the field. Not one of them appeared afraid. Not one seemed restless. They looked completely at peace. You paused, careful not to disturb them. The sight filled you with a deep sense of calm. The sleeping deer seemed to belong perfectly within this magical place, as though they were guardians of tranquility itself. One small fawn rested near the edge of the meadow. Its breathing was slow and steady. Its tiny ears occasionally twitched as it dreamed. You smiled gently. The peaceful scene reminded you of something simple yet important. Rest, true rest, the kind that asks nothing from you, the kind that allows both body and mind to recover, the kind of rest that the modern world often forgets. You continued walking slowly through the meadow. The deer remained undisturbed. The stars continued shining above, and for a moment, everything felt perfectly balanced. At the center of the field stood a large circular stone. Its surface was smooth and pale. Moonlight illuminated it brightly. As you approached, you noticed strange patterns carved into the stone. They resembled flowing rivers, clouds drifting across the sky, mountains beneath the stars, and countless tiny leaves dancing in the wind. The carvings seemed ancient, yet beautifully preserved. You sat upon the stone. It felt pleasantly warm despite the cool night air. From here, you could see the entire meadow, the sleeping deer, the silver flowers, the distant forest, the endless stars above. Everything appeared peaceful beyond words. You took a slow breath, then another, allowing yourself to simply exist within this quiet moment. Nothing needed your attention. Nothing needed solving. There was nowhere else to be, only here, only now. As you sat quietly, something remarkable happened. One by one, tiny lights began appearing above the meadow. At first, only a few. then dozens, then hundreds. Tiny glowing seeds floated through the air. They drifted gently from somewhere deep within the forest. Each seed glowed with soft silver light. The glowing seeds moved slowly across the meadow, carried by the breeze, like tiny lanterns floating through the night sky. The sleeping deer remained peaceful. The silver seeds drifted above them, creating a magical canopy of light. The entire meadow shimmered. You had never seen anything quite so beautiful. The sight filled your heart with warmth. Not excitement, not surprise, but calm. A deep and gentle calm. The kind that settles quietly within you and remains long after the moment has passed. The glowing seeds continued their journey. Some landed among the wildflowers. Others disappeared into the darkness beyond the meadow. A few settled softly upon the grass near your feet. As they touched the earth, tiny flowers instantly bloomed. Small silver blossoms, beautiful and delicate. The forest seemed full of quiet miracles. Not dramatic wonders, not overwhelming magic, but gentle beauty hidden within ordinary moments. The kind of beauty that often goes unnoticed. You watched the floating seeds for a long while. Their peaceful dance seemed endless. Their glow reflected in the eyes of the sleeping deer. Their light mingled with the stars above, creating a scene that felt almost dreamlike. Eventually, your gaze wandered toward the far side of the meadow. There, beyond the silver grass, stood a line of ancient trees. Their trunks were darker than the others. Their branches stretched high into the sky, and between them, you noticed a faint golden glow, a warm light, soft and welcoming. It flickered gently through the darkness, almost like a lantern, or perhaps a distant window. The light seemed to be waiting, calling softly, inviting you forward. You rose from the stone. The sleeping deer remained peaceful behind you. The floating silver seeds continued their silent journey through the night, and the golden light ahead grew slightly brighter. Whatever awaited beyond those trees felt important, not urgent, not dangerous, simply meant to be discovered. You took a final look at the beautiful meadow, at the resting deer, at the moonlit flowers, at the countless stars overhead. Then you smiled and began walking toward the distant golden glow. The night remained gentle, the forest remained welcoming, and somewhere ahead, another wonder awaited within the enchanted forest of endless dreams. A place where every step brought greater peace, greater stillness, and deeper dreams. Leaving behind the meadow of the sleeping deer, you followed the faint golden glow that flickered between the ancient trees. The light was soft, warm, comforting, like the glow of a lantern shining through a window on a quiet evening. The path beneath your feet became narrower. Tall trees surrounded you on both sides, their branches intertwined high above, creating a natural archway through which only small streams of moonlight could pass. Yet the darkness never felt frightening. The golden light ahead guided your way, steadily, patiently, as though it had been waiting for your arrival all along. You continued deeper into the forest. The air felt warmer here, the scent of pine slowly faded, replaced by something sweeter, the aroma of fresh bread, honey, and wildflowers. It was a comforting smell, the kind that instantly brings a feeling of home. After a while, the trees began to thin, and there, in a small clearing surrounded by gardens, stood a cottage. It was unlike any cottage you had ever seen. Its stone walls glowed softly beneath the moonlight. Its roof was covered with moss and tiny silver flowers. Warm, golden light shone through the windows. Beside the front door hung a lantern, the very lantern whose glow you had followed through the forest. The lantern swayed gently in the breeze, its light flickering softly, welcomingly. You stepped closer. The cottage felt peaceful, not abandoned, not mysterious, simply lived in, cared for, loved. The garden surrounding it overflowed with beautiful flowers, lavender, moon lilies, white roses, tiny blue blossoms that shimmered like starlight. Bees slept peacefully among the petals. Butterflies rested beneath leaves. Everything seemed calm. Everything seemed at rest. As you approached the wooden gate, you noticed a small sign. The words carved upon it were simple: "All travelers are welcome." You smiled. The message felt sincere, kind, as though it had been placed there for anyone who might need a moment of peace. The gate opened easily, without a sound. You followed the stone pathway toward the cottage door. Before you could knock, the door slowly opened. Standing inside was an elderly woman. Her silver hair flowed gently over her shoulders. Her eyes sparkled with warmth, and her smile carried the same kindness as the lantern outside. She seemed unsurprised to see you, as though she had expected you. "Welcome, traveler," she said softly. Her voice was calm and gentle. "Please come inside." You stepped into the cottage. Immediately, warmth surrounded you. A fireplace crackled softly in the corner. Shelves filled with books lined the walls. Small lanterns cast golden light throughout the room. Everything felt peaceful, safe, comfortable. A large wooden table stood near the fireplace. Upon it rested a pot of tea and freshly baked bread. The sweet aroma filled the air. The elderly woman motioned toward a chair. "Sit and rest." You did. The chair felt wonderfully comfortable. The warmth of the fire relaxed your muscles. For a few moments, neither of you spoke. There was no need. The silence itself felt soothing, like sitting quietly beside an old friend. Eventually, the woman poured tea into a small cup. Steam rose gently from its surface. The scent was calming, hints of lavender, chamomile, and honey. You took a sip. The tea was warm and comforting, almost magical. Each sip seemed to ease away any remaining tension. The woman smiled. "Many travelers pass through this forest," she said. "They often arrive carrying heavy thoughts." You nodded. Her words felt true. Even when life was good, the mind often carried worries, questions, responsibilities. endless thoughts that refused to rest. The woman placed another log upon the fire. The flames danced softly. "Do you know the secret of this forest?" she asked. You shook your head. She smiled again. "The forest teaches something very simple." The fire crackled quietly. The lanterns glowed. Outside, the wind whispered through the flowers. "The forest teaches that peace cannot be chased." She paused. "It can only be noticed." You thought about her words. The forest had never rushed. The river had never hurried. The deer had rested without worry. The stars had simply shone. Everything within this magical place existed peacefully in the present moment. The woman continued. "Many people spend their lives searching for peace, somewhere far away." She gently stirred her tea. "But often, it is already beside them." The warmth of the cottage seemed to deepen. Her words settled softly within your thoughts, like seeds finding fertile ground. For a while, you sat together in comfortable silence, watching the fire, listening to the wind outside. The simple moment felt perfect. Eventually, the woman stood. "There is something I would like to show you." She picked up a lantern from a nearby shelf. Small books, ancient books bound in leather, beautiful books decorated with silver designs. The hallway seemed endless. Every shelf stretched farther than should have been possible. You looked around in amazement. The woman smiled knowingly. "This is the library of dreams." Her voice echoed softly among the shelves. "Every peaceful dream ever dreamed is remembered here." You gazed at the countless books, each one glowing faintly, each one containing stories, adventures, memories, possibilities. The sight was breathtaking. The woman lifted her lantern higher. Far ahead, deep within the endless library, a soft, silver light glowed among the shelves. The light was different from the golden lantern, cooler, gentler, mysterious. The woman pointed toward it. "Your journey continues there." Her smile remained warm. "Another chapter awaits." You nodded, feeling calm, feeling ready. The library of dreams stretched endlessly before you. The silver light shimmered in the distance, and somewhere among those countless stories, a new wonder was waiting to be discovered. The fire still crackled softly in the cottage behind you. The lantern glowed warmly in the woman's hand, and with a peaceful heart, you stepped forward into the endless library of dreams. The silver light glowed softly at the far end of the endless library. Behind you, the warmth of the cottage slowly faded. Ahead, countless shelves stretched into the distance, each filled with books, thousands upon thousands of books. Some were large enough to require 2 hands to carry. Others were no bigger than a leaf. Every cover was unique. Some shimmered like moonlight. Others glowed softly in shades of gold, blue, and silver. The air smelled faintly of old paper, cedar wood, and lavender. It was a comforting scent, a peaceful scent, the kind that invited you to slow down and stay a while. You began walking between the towering shelves. Your footsteps echoed softly across the polished wooden floor. The library felt alive, not with noise, but with quiet presence, as though every story resting upon the shelves was gently dreaming. The silver light ahead remained visible, yet it never seemed to get much closer, not because it was moving away, but because the library itself felt larger than any ordinary place. The deeper you traveled, the more beautiful it became. Tiny lanterns floated near the ceiling. They drifted slowly through the air like glowing clouds. Their warm light illuminated the endless rows of books. Some books hummed quietly, others sparkled with faint starlight. One shelf contained books whose covers looked like polished crystal. Another held books wrapped in soft velvet. A third shelf displayed volumes decorated with tiny silver stars. You stopped beside one particularly beautiful book. Its cover was deep blue. Tiny constellations shimmered across its surface. Curious, you reached out and touched it. The moment your fingers brushed the cover, a gentle image appeared in the air above it. You saw a peaceful beach beneath a moonlit sky. Waves rolled slowly onto the shore. Palm trees swayed gently in the breeze. The image lasted only a few seconds before fading. The book remained closed, yet somehow it had shared a glimpse of its story. You smiled. This place truly was magical. As you continued deeper into the library, you noticed something unusual. The shelves were not arranged randomly. They seemed to follow a pattern. Each section contained a different kind of dream. One area held stories of peaceful oceans. Another contained dreams of snowy mountains and quiet valleys. Farther along, entire shelves were devoted to floating islands, gentle skies, and endless gardens. Every dream imaginable seemed to exist here. Not nightmares, not frightening tales, only peaceful dreams, comforting dreams. The kind of dreams that leave you feeling rested when morning arrives. Eventually, you reached a circular chamber at the center of the library. The room was enormous. Its ceiling rose so high that it disappeared into darkness. Above, countless tiny lights shimmered like stars. The silver glow you had been following originated here. At the center of the chamber stood a magnificent tree. Its trunk was made of silver wood. Its branches stretched upward through the ceiling. Its leaves glowed softly like moonlit glass. The sight was breathtaking. The dream tree. Even without being told, you somehow knew its name. The tree radiated calmness, peace, wisdom. Round its roots rested hundreds of books. Some appeared ancient, others seemed newly created. The silver leaves rustled gently despite the still air. A soothing sound filled the chamber, like distant rain, like a quiet lullaby. You approached slowly. As you neared the tree, one of its silver leaves drifted downward. It floated gracefully through the air before landing softly in your hands. The leaf felt warm, almost alive. The moment you touched it, a memory appeared before you. Not your memory, not anyone's memory, simply a peaceful moment. You saw a child lying beneath a tree on a summer afternoon. Clouds drifted lazily overhead. Birds sang softly in the distance. The child smiled peacefully, content, safe, happy. The image faded. Then another appeared, a quiet cabin beside a frozen lake, snow falling gently, a fire crackling inside, warm light shining through the windows. Again, the image disappeared. Then another followed, a peaceful garden at sunrise, butterflies dancing among flowers, morning dew sparkling like diamonds. Each vision lasted only moments, yet each carried the same feeling, peace. The dream tree seemed to preserve beautiful moments, simple moments, quiet moments, moments often forgotten, yet deeply meaningful. You sat beneath its branches. The silver leaves swayed overhead. The chamber remained silent except for their gentle whispering. Time slowed. Your breathing became deeper, steadier. Every thought felt lighter. The tree seemed to understand something important. That peace was not found in extraordinary achievements, not in endless movement, not in constant striving. Peace lived within ordinary moments. A quiet walk, a warm meal, a conversation with a friend, the sound of rain, the sight of stars. Simple things, beautiful things. The silver leaves continued drifting gently around you. Some landed among the books, others disappeared into the branches above. Each carried a story, a dream, a memory of peace. As you rested beneath the dream tree, you noticed something glowing among its roots. A small silver door, no taller than your waist. It was hidden between the roots, almost invisible. The door shimmered softly. Its surface reflected moonlight, despite being deep within the library. You stood and walked closer. The door was beautiful. Silver vines curled across its surface. Tiny stars sparkled within the metal. At its center rested a single crystal handle. The moment you touched it, the door slowly opened. Beyond it stretched a narrow pathway bathed in pale blue light. A cool breeze drifted through the opening, carrying the scent of fresh water and blooming flowers. Somewhere beyond the doorway, another part of the enchanted forest awaited. Another wonder, another peaceful discovery. You took one final look at the dream tree. Its silver branches reached endlessly upward. Its leaves glowed softly. Its presence filled the chamber with calm. Then, with a gentle smile, you stepped through the silver doorway. The path beyond welcomed you. The breeze guided you forward, and somewhere ahead, hidden beneath the stars, another chapter of dreams was waiting. The silver doorway closed quietly behind you. Its gentle glow faded into the distance until it became nothing more than a tiny point of light hidden among the roots of the dream tree. Ahead, the narrow pathway continued beneath the sky, unlike any you had ever seen. The stars seemed closer here, brighter, larger, as though the heavens themselves had gently drifted nearer to the earth. The pale blue light that illuminated the path appeared to come from everywhere at once. There were no lanterns, no glowing flowers, no moon overhead. and yet the landscape remained softly illuminated. You followed the winding trail. The air felt different, cooler, lighter, almost weightless. Each breath filled your lungs with fresh, clean air, the kind of air that exists only in dreams and distant mountains. Soon, the forest began to thin. The silver trees grew farther apart, their branches opened to reveal a vast horizon beyond. You continued walking. Then, suddenly, the path emerged from the woods, and before you stretched one of the most extraordinary sights of your journey. A valley filled with clouds, not clouds high in the sky, clouds resting gently upon the earth. Thousands of soft, white clouds drifted lazily across a wide open valley. They floated only a few feet above the ground, moving slowly like waves upon a peaceful sea. The sight was breathtaking. The entire valley shimmered beneath starlight. The clouds glowed faintly silver. The surrounding hills rose gently around the landscape, creating a hidden sanctuary untouched by time. You stood quietly, simply taking it all in. Everything felt calm. Everything felt peaceful. The clouds moved without hurry, without destination, simply drifting wherever the gentle breeze carried them. A narrow stone pathway descended into the valley. Curious, you followed. As you reached the bottom, one of the clouds drifted toward you. Its surface looked impossibly soft, like fresh snow, like cotton illuminated by moonlight. The cloud brushed gently against your hand. It felt cool and comforting, not wet, not cold, simply soft. The cloud lingered for a moment, then continued drifting peacefully away. You smiled. The valley of soft clouds seemed determined to welcome every traveler. The deeper you ventured, the more beautiful the valley became. Small crystal streams flowed between the clouds. Their waters reflected the stars above. Tiny glowing flowers bloomed along the banks. Silver butterflies floated through the air. Even the breeze seemed gentler here, as though the valley wished to protect its perfect tranquility. After some time, you noticed something unusual. Several clouds had gathered together near the center of the valley. They formed a circular clearing. Within that clearing stood a stone fountain. Its design was simple, elegant, beautiful. Clear water flowed from its center, spilling gently into a round basin below. The sound was soothing, like distant rain, like a lullaby carried upon the wind. You approached the fountain. Its water sparkled softly beneath the stars. Looking into the basin, you expected to see only reflections. Instead, you saw moving images, gentle scenes drifting across the surface. A quiet village sleeping beneath fresh snowfall. A peaceful boat floating across a still lake. A child reading beside a fireplace on a rainy afternoon. Each scene appeared only briefly before fading away. Then another would replace it. The fountain seemed to collect peaceful moments from across countless worlds. Small moments, comforting moments, the kind of memories that bring a smile years later. You sat beside the fountain, The surrounding clouds drifted slowly around you. Their movements were graceful and calming. For a while, you simply listened. The water, the breeze, the silence. The valley had a way of slowing everything down. Even your thoughts seemed lighter here, less urgent, less complicated. The worries that once felt important now seemed distant, like footprints washed away by the tide. As time passed, the stars overhead grew brighter. The entire valley shimmered beneath their light. Then something remarkable happened. One by one, the clouds began rising into the air. Not quickly, not dramatically, slowly, gracefully. The clouds floated upward until they hovered high above the valley floor. There they gathered together, forming shapes, mountains, forests, rivers, castles, entire landscapes made of cloud. The sight felt magical, like watching dreams take shape before your eyes. A castle appeared among the clouds, tall towers reaching toward the stars, elegant bridges connecting floating islands, gardens suspended in the sky. The cloud castle glowed softly beneath the starlight, beautiful, peaceful, majestic. And then, for just a moment, you thought you saw movement within its highest tower. A warm golden light, familiar, comforting, the same kind of light you had seen at the cottage of the Golden Lantern. The light flickered gently, almost like a signal, an invitation, a welcome. The cloud castle remained suspended high above the valley, the golden light shining from its tallest tower. And somehow, deep within your heart, you knew your journey was leading there, toward the castle, toward the stars, toward the final chapters of the enchanted forest of endless dreams. The clouds slowly drifted back toward the valley floor. The magical shapes dissolved once more into gentle mist. The fountain continued its peaceful song. The stars watched silently above. And ahead, on the far side of the valley, a staircase appeared. It had not been there before. A staircase carved from white stone. Its steps climbed gradually upward into the hills beyond. Soft golden lanterns lined the path. Their warm light flickered gently in the darkness, waiting patiently, as though they had been expecting you. You rose from beside the fountain. The clouds drifted peacefully around your feet. The breeze carried the scent of flowers and fresh rain. And with calm anticipation, you began walking toward the staircase. Each step carried you closer to the castle among the stars, closer to the heart of the dream, closer to the place where your journey through the enchanted forest of endless dreams would reveal its greatest wonder. The night remained still, the valley remained peaceful, and somewhere above, beyond the clouds, the golden light continued to shine. Guiding your way forward, the white stone staircase stretched upward through the hills beyond the valley of soft clouds. Golden lanterns lined both sides of the path. Their warm light flickered gently in the night, neither too bright nor too dim, just enough to illuminate the way ahead. You began the climb. The steps were smooth beneath your feet, ancient yet perfectly preserved. as though countless travelers had walked this path before you. Above, the stars sparkled across the endless sky. Below, the valley of soft clouds drifted peacefully in silver waves. With every step, the world seemed quieter. The air became cooler, lighter, almost magical. The golden lanterns swayed gently as you passed. Their glow created pools of warm light upon the stone. Each lantern felt welcoming, comforting, as though silently encouraging you onward. After some time, the staircase reached the summit of the hill, and there, standing beneath the stars, was the Palace of Dreams. You paused, breathless, not from the climb, but from wonder. The palace was unlike anything you had ever imagined. Its towers rose gracefully into the sky. Their silver walls shimmered beneath the starlight. Crystal windows reflected the moon and stars. Elegant bridges connected the towers high above the ground. Gardens bloomed upon floating terraces. Waterfalls of silver light cascaded from impossible heights before dissolving into sparkling mist. The entire palace glowed softly, neither bright nor overwhelming, simply beautiful, peaceful, perfect. It felt less like a building and more like a dream brought to life. The great gates stood open, waiting. You walked forward. The closer you came, the more details revealed themselves. Silver vines climbed the walls. Tiny flowers bloomed between the stones. Soft music drifted through the air. A melody so gentle it seemed woven from moonlight itself. Crossing through the gates, you entered the palace courtyard. The space was vast, open to the stars above. Crystal pathways wound through gardens filled with glowing flowers. Small fountains sang quietly among the blossoms. Silver birds rested peacefully in the branches of ancient trees. Everything radiated calm. Nothing hurried. Nothing demanded attention. The palace existed in perfect harmony. You followed the central pathway. Ahead stood the grand hall. Its doors towered high above you, carved from silver wood and decorated with countless stars. As you approached, the doors opened silently. A warm golden light spilled outward, inviting you inside. The grand hall was breathtaking. Its ceiling stretched high above like a night sky filled with constellations. Thousands of tiny lights sparkled overhead. The walls shimmered with silver and gold. Beautiful murals covered every surface. Scenes from peaceful dreams, moonlit forests, quiet oceans, snow-covered villages, endless gardens. Every corner of the hall celebrated beauty, wonder, and tranquility. At the center stood a circular pool. Its water was perfectly still, so still that it reflected the entire ceiling like a mirror. You approached slowly, looking into the water. At first, you saw only your reflection. Then the image began to change. The pool revealed scenes from your journey, the moonlit path, the golden fireflies, the river of quiet reflections, the meadow of the sleeping deer, the cottage of the golden lantern, the library of dreams, the valley of soft clouds. Each memory appeared clearly upon the surface, each moment glowing softly, each chapter connected to the next. The journey had never been random. Every place had taught something. The river had taught stillness. The deer had taught rest. The cottage had taught kindness. The library had taught wonder. The valley had taught peace. Together, they formed something greater, a reminder, a simple truth, that beauty exists in quiet moments, that peace lives within ordinary things, that rest is not something earned, it is something allowed. You watched the reflections for a while, then the water became calm once more. A gentle voice echoed through the hall, not loud, not startling, soft and warm, like a breeze moving through leaves. Welcome, traveler. You looked around. No one stood nearby, yet the voice felt familiar, comforting. The journey was never about reaching this palace. The voice continued. It was about discovering what you carried with you all along. The golden light within the hall grew warmer, gentler. The peace you found in the forest, the comfort you found beside the river, the wonder you discovered among the stars, those things were always within you. The words settled softly in your heart, like leaves drifting upon still water. You understood. The enchanted forest had not given you peace. It had simply helped you notice it. The voice faded. The hall became quiet once more. The stars above continued shining. The pool remained still, and a deep sense of calm filled every part of you. Beyond the grand hall stood a final doorway. Unlike the others, this doorway was simple. White stone, silver vines, a single glowing star carved above the arch. You walked toward it. The door opened slowly. Beyond lay a peaceful balcony overlooking the entire kingdom. You stepped outside. The view stretched endlessly. The forests, the rivers, the meadows, the clouds. Everything you had explored lay beneath the starlit sky. The moon hung low upon the horizon. Its silver light bathed the world in serenity. The breeze felt cool and gentle. You rested your hands upon the balcony railing and simply looked. The entire kingdom seemed asleep, resting peacefully beneath the stars. For a long while, you remained there, watching, breathing, relaxing, feeling lighter than you had in a very long time. Far below, golden lanterns glowed among distant pathways. The rivers shimmered softly. The clouds drifted lazily across the valleys. Everything felt exactly as it should be. Gradually, the stars above began to shine even brighter. Their light grew softer, warmer, until the entire sky seemed wrapped in a blanket of silver radiance. Your eyelids felt heavier now. Your breathing slower, deeper. The palace around you remained peaceful. The kingdom rested quietly below. And somewhere beyond the stars, gentle dreams waited, ready to carry you onward, ready to guide you into restful sleep. The enchanted forest of endless dreams would always remain here, waiting patiently beyond the edge of imagination, waiting among moonlit paths and glowing rivers, waiting among quiet valleys and silver clouds, a place of comfort, a place of wonder, a place of peace. And as the stars watched over the sleeping world, the palace of dreams shimmered softly beneath the night sky, calm, silent, timeless, until morning. Till